warm welcome to Agric today on ARCN Television, Mabusha, Abuja, Nigeria. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin Amin. Today's episode is going to be the last leg of the outreach here in Calabar, where we're going to be seeing how the grants are going to be distributed to beneficiaries by the facilitator. And of course, we're also going to see the amount of money that is earmarked that is going to be handed over to one of the presidents of the cooperative society. We've heard the facilitator said that for a start it's going to be for a 25 million naira for distribution, while going further they're going to be having 500,000 other different plans, like having farmlands for those that have keyed in. Welcome to the program once again. When funds for the cooperative will be disbursed, let's get to the hall and see what activities are set for today. Please stay tuned.
We can do without cassava, and we have been playing with it a lot. That's why last year and this year the thing show was shaking, and up till now it has refused to come down. It is still there, soaring in prices. So anyhow, above 20,000, also above 20,000. Okay, 4 years ago we were buying at 4,000, at 5,000 maximum. Is that not so? But these 2 years, we don't even know whether it will come down beyond what we are talking about. And the reason why it came down, do you know why? Do you know why it came down a bit to this level? Because we had corn and yam that has come out. Corn. Anytime corn sets in, it forces the price down because people have alternative to feed themselves. Is that not so? And because of the cost of garri, if you go to where they roast corn, check out the number of vehicles that are parked there around the woman roasting and see that there is trouble in the land. This issue of food insecurity is what we are talking about. And because we are in a time where we cannot be secured of food, we need to do pragmatically a way of getting out of the hook. That is why yesterday I said thank you to the vision bearer of what we are doing. And this morning I will still tell him thank you. Because they said give somebody a hook to fish and he will never be hungry tomorrow. But give him the fish, he will still come for what? Fish. So cassava. We are familiar with what happens around cassava. How to source for the land, how to, prepare the land, how to source planting materials, how to plant it, how to manage it, how to harvest it, how to process it, and how to sell it. Somebody was talking about value chain, trying to give us what is the meaning of value chain. Value chain is simple as you have described it. A combination of so many activities, a combination of so many steps to get to getting a product. From production to consumption. What we say from production to utilization. Production, processing, marketing, and consumption. This is the whole line of value chain. So the value chain approach entails that some people will be producing the cassava. Some people will be processing the cassava. Some will be marketing it. And some of us will be eating it. I hope you understand. Until the whole processes are taken from beginning to the end, the value chain approach can never be complete. That's a simple description of what we mean by value chain. And value chain also means that you need to take it to a point where you should add value. I remembered there was a one-time governor of this state, Senator Lieli Moke, when he was discussing cocoa. We had a World Food Day, And in his visit, he told us why he's never happy about the cocoa business. He said because our cocoa stopped at producing cocoa beans. After that, we go and sleep. The people who come and take it from that point and convert it to something else are the ones making much more money. True or false? The same thing with Gary. If you go to a farm and sell the tubers raw from the ground, you are not the one making the money. It is the person who comes to take the pains to go and convert it to Gary, convert it to starch, convert it to flour, convert it to chips, convert it to pellets. Those are the people who add value and they make much more money from the cassava. You will sweat all out in the sun. They will stay inside the room and do the conversion and get the more money from it. That is why we need to take everything we are doing here very seriously. I know the in thing about cassava around us is the Gary. And we are going to concentrate in the discussion about Gary. And then we are going to also take a little time to expose to us that cassava cuttings is also big money. Sale of cassava cutting. I was going to somewhere, I saw they display cassava cuttings. At Okuni in particular. In one of these my journeys to the north, Cross River North, to do field work, I saw at Okuni, anytime I pass there, I see cassava bundles displayed there. Why is that cassava bundles displayed there? It means there is a market around that area. Is that not so? People may have asked and may have been buying the cassava cutting from that area. And they feel if they come there, they will buy. So the people are always bringing it to keep there. And why are they particular about that variety? It means they have seen something good in that variety. So this is the thing to do. You identify your variety and grow it for the market. And that's why we are here. I will take your time a little to discuss on tuber production and cassava stem production. Now, let's start something. I like to start with the economics around the cassava, like I did yesterday. The money aspect is where I want to start discussing with you now. Now, as you plant your cassava and harvest the fresh tubers, I want to bring to your consciousness that every 4 metric tons produced of fresh tubers during processing should give you 1 metric ton. And what is a metric ton? A metric ton is 1,000 kilograms. Anytime you hear metric ton, convert it to kilogram. You measure your cassava tubers. You measure, you keep, you measure, you keep. It gives you 1,000. That is a metric ton. 1,000 kilograms. So note that it has been confirmed and proven that for every 4 metric tons of fresh cassava tubers, during processing, you should be able to have nothing less than 1 metric ton, which is 1,000 kilograms. In other words, further breaking it down means 4,000 kilograms equals to 1,000 kilogram of Gary. Did you get that? For further processing, a lot will be lost. Is that not so? The thing will drain. And that thing that is drained is what we should be thinking about to convert. Instead of wasting it. What some developed countries have done, and they call it waste to wealth. Waste to... Instead of wasting everything around, why not convert it to something else? In fact, if you go around town and see wastage, see things that we waste, in some countries, they call it waste to wealth. There's nothing like dustbin in some countries. I want to tell you that in some developed countries, there's nothing like dustbin. Anything you consider waste is potentially something that can produce something else. Water from cassava, peels from cassava, everything from cassava during processing can be converted to something useful. That is another discussion entirely. But 4 metric tons of fresh tubers equals to 1 metric ton of dry Gary. Take note of that. And then, We are talking about the economics involved in the production of cassava. And we are talking about gari. Now, if you look at one basin of gari sold at, say, 20,000 naira. Is that not what we are establishing here? 20,000 naira. Let's use 20,000 naira. And the production in metric tons is giving us 1,000 kilograms. 1,000 kilogram divided by 20,000 naira. What do you mean? What do you have? If 1,000 kilogram of gari is gotten from 4 metric tons of fresh cassava, you have 1,000, and then you have 20,000 naira for one basin. One basin is plus or minus 50 kg. Do you understand? One basin is plus or minus what? 50 kg. How many 50 kg will you get from 1,000? Now, 20 multiplied by, if 20,000 naira is for one basin, and then you get 20 basins from 1,000. So how much money are you expecting from there? 400 what? Now, in 1 hectare of land, you can get as much as 30 metric tons during the yield when you harvest. 30 divided by 4 is what? Somebody should help us very quick. 7 point what? 7.5. What I'm trying to say is that in 1 hectare, you can have more than 4 metric tons of gari. Do you understand where we are going? I want to establish how much 1 hectare of dry gari we can get. If from 4 metric tons, you are getting 1,000 kilogram of gari, and 1 hectare is capable of giving you from 30 metric tons to 35 metric tons, you will see that 1,000 kilogram you are getting of dry gari is multiplied into about 4 places. Do we make sense from what I'm saying? Because from what I said about getting 4 metric tons of fresh cassava, giving you 1 metric ton of dry gari, and I'm saying that from 1 hectare, you can have up to 30 metric tons. So it's possible that you can have that 1,000 kilograms into 5 or more places, which is, call it 20 by 5. Somebody told us 20 basins. Is that not so? And 20 by 5 is what? Hello? Now multiply that figure by 20,000 naira. That is what you should be expecting from 1 hectare if done following good agronomic practices.
Hope you're enjoying the programs. We've seen different experts come on stage to teach the participants on different aspects of agriculture. Experts come to, to play and tell them the good and bad side of, business of agriculture. They told them what should be done when business is booming and what should be done when the business is down. Stay tuned and let's see what happened at the end of the program.
Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria for putting this up this time. There are a lot of MDAs in this country that are still struggling with bidding exercise, bidding. But ARCN has finished bidding, has awarded, and has released money for the exercise to take on. You understand? So I want to thank ARCN once again. I want to also thank the consultant. He's very passionate about it. I'm happy he told you that he's going to release everything 100% to you. He's going to release it 100%. So I want to thank the consultant for coming immediately and put this together. I want to thank the various resource persons that I had. I wasn't here yesterday when you had oil palm, and of course I think you had, and what? Poultry. I wasn't here, but I know I had witnessed them speak to a crowd like this before. At least, I think I was with them in the first batch, I think second batch. So I want to thank them for what they have done and their readiness to move with you to the field, because we'll definitely will go to the field. Their readiness to go to the field. So I want to thank the High Chief them, and I want to thank my leader, Dockham. When I saw High Chief them, I was like, whether this one is a farmer. I think he looks like an all company worker, but he's a farmer. He's a farmer, isn't it? And he's our brother. So I want to thank him. I want to thank the special advisor to the governor on tree crops to come here and then give you information on what they are doing and their readiness to work with us. They are very ready to work with us. I want to thank the special advisor on tree crops, the special advisor to the governor on tree crops, for finding time to share everything with us. Is currently Cross River State government, because of the importance of oil palm, have ordered for 3.5 million sprouted nuts. Google and see the price of one. So you understand what Cross River State government is going to spend to bring 3.5 million sprouted nuts. And at the price that Cross River State government is going to give will amaze you. Me, Bath, we are ready to key in. We are ready to key in. Are you hearing me? Okay. It's not only oil palm tree crops. So, if you are, like I told you people, the cooperative is not, yes, there will be an intervention from me. There can be intervention from you, giving you a certificate. If you hear of anything, use it and do anything that you want. It is yours, isn't it? It is your certificate. Do as you do. So if you see an intervention, go for it with your certificate, isn't it? Me, I see intervention, I bring for you for your certificate. Is that okay? Are you getting me? Uh-huh. So SA Tree Crops, thank you so very much for coming around to share, what is in the office with you. I want to again thank the participant, you that seated here. I will call by 8. In short, I'll tell my media person, I haven't seen anything on the platform. People are not, by 7:39, my platform, information have started, content has started dropping on the platform. By 7:39, by 8, another thing. I want to thank you people. It's truly that we are in a journey. It's truly that we are in a journey. And like I told you, we are for a journey for 4 years. And if God help us, we cross. I don't joke with anybody. I don't hear you. This business, like I told you, I didn't start today. When I was running House of Reps 2011, what do you have in the talk? People who will follow me, say I've been the talk of cooperative. When I called run House of Reps again 2019, what do you have in the talk? Now cooperative. God help me for 2023, now cooperative. I don't do anything now cooperative. You didn't hear? So I want to thank you now for our support. Because I tell you, what do you do me, I don't do am. You didn't hear? So what do you do me, I don't do. So I thank you now for support.
It's been all happiness and joy in the faces of trainers as they received their certificates and awards. Speaking to some of them at the end of the training for the day, they expressed appreciation to Representative Akiba Basi for the kind gesture, saying only a good man teaches one to fish and not to give them fish to eat.
I feel so elated. I feel so excited. I want to appreciate the Right Honorable Basi Akaba for this opportunity. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I thank God that I am a part of it because I've learned a whole lot that would help me add value to my community. Let for me, I would really go in for white collar job because you see, an entrepreneur is the deed, is a done. An entrepreneur is the real money. Okay, I would with what I have learned, white collar job. I'm not saying you shouldn't go for it. It's good. You can go for it if you have the chance. But then, if you don't see white collar job, please come to entrepreneur, come to agro base. That is where the money is.
We need in the class clearly shows that white collar job is wasting of time. The man had demonstrated, all the resource person had demonstrated that if you pick this and you have maybe ₦1 billion in 4 months, you'll be earning. I don't think there is anybody between level 1 and level 16 that earns up to 250,000 naira a month. It's not there. We are all glamoring. The NLC is glamoring for 70,000, but here you are earning 250,000 sweatlessly without having to go to fight with anybody. So I will advise our youth to really go into farming, go into agriculture.
Wow, I'm so excited. Full with knowledge. What I've never had such experience, but today I can proudly say I am very, very satisfied. And I believe I am going into farming, like seriously, because I've been able to be convinced that there is money in farming, which I am going to start in earnest. Like me, I would state myself as an example. I've ventured into makeup. I'm a makeup artist, but coming to have this knowledge today that has been impacted on me, I'm advising my youth, please let's stand up, go into farming. I think with farming, we'll make the country better. They say farmer don't like food. You won't lack food to eat and even sell to your to take care of your family and eat food and make money. So I am promising you that when you go to farming, you make more profit and you won't beg. You won't go to politician house and be asking for money to pay your children's school fee, to pay for house rent. I think when you farm, you'll be self-employed and you make more money.
For Nigerian youth is that even if you count the first 1 million millionaires, the first 1 million millionaires, you will never see a person with white-collar job there. It is businesses that rule the world. And him, the honorable member, honorable House Assembly member, bringing the youth and the elderly, everybody mix up to come and learn here. It's a source of encouragement. I want to tell them that they should, leverage on this and ensure that they learn a trade. And if you were there in the training, one of the trainers, the facilitator mentioned the issue of if you are into fish farming, where you can have at least for yourself 250,000 naira. You and I will agree that it's very difficult to see somebody doing that you earn such amount in a week, in a month, and you could get even more than that. So I want to encourage them to go into all these clusters, all this training, different skills, so that you can make money and stay away from criminalities and all that.
The contractor on his part said this is the most organized group he has encountered since the project started. He urged them to use the fund judiciously.
I think the program was a successful one. The participants also conducted themselves. The Honorable representing the Dukwan Federal Constituency by name Honorable Akiba was also present, which is a good one. So I would say the program is a good success, giving 100% successful. What my word for them is an advice, in the sense that the program, I think what they have learned on this program, if they put it in practice, I think it will take them a long way. With the present situation of the country today, no employment, so at least with the grant and with what the Honorable is planning for them, but they give them those support. I think most of them will no longer look for job. They will be self-employed. Them themselves will rather employ more people to work for them. So it's a good one.
With the ambience and look on the faces of the participants, it is expected that they will make use of the opportunity very well. The 3-day workshop, as you can see, has finally come to an end, as 25 million naira is being given for the cooperative to kick off, where each participant and each cooperative, under each cooperative clusters are to get a certain amount that would be enough for their members to start either of the businesses that they are being trained about. Here in Calabar, we are ending the program Agric today for this week. Join us again, same stations next week for another educating episode. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin. Amen. Bye for now.